All right, good morning, guys and girls. Let everybody get in here. See if I take that off. Come on, Thinkorswim. So, I'm a little late. I haven't really got to look at anything yet, so I'm looking now. So they have some type of a new drug. Okay, what's up, One Life? Good morning. The KSO is still ripping up. Just draw a trend line on this. It's kind of right at the trend line at the moment. Yeah, EKSO definitely took off. Very, very nice move. Morning, Dempsey. Morning, Mr. Smith. Let everybody get in here, but let's see, OPTT hybrid power buoy. What's up, Daniel B? Good morning. It looks like OPTT might start getting going here in a second. Let's see where this first candle closes at. CXTR selling off. KTOV still selling off. KSO is right on the trend line. Whether they got SI&T direct offering, so I'm taking that off. Now today's stream is going to be a little short. I only have an hour. And then I have stuff I got to go do, so I may not even be able to get a trade in, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. KTOV is starting to pop up a little bit here. Just got to get above the downtrend line before I could look for an entry. XZRS, what's going on? Common offering, okay. Take that off. Page UN's in a downtrend. OPTT selling off. VXRT. What a gap up. Wow. It's a nice jump on that. And after hours in pre-market this morning, it's Guys ran pretty hard. See, OPTT is trying to hold up $1. Still got a little bit for that candle to close. IBO selling off. VBIV. This just broke pre-market high. It's got some resistance at 330. Pretty big float though. CHFS popping up. CLSK popping up. What is going on here? CLSK. Let's see SNGX. What are you doing? I'm not doing much there. How's the SPY today? SPY rebounded a little bit yesterday, kind of dropping off at the moment. CLSK is still popping up here. VXRT halted, nice. See what we got, 275 is resistance on this. Downtrend there on CTXR. Starting to try to break over this downtrend. Nothing there. CLSK with a pullback. 250. Going on CXTR here. Starting to break this downtrend. We'll see though. Needs to hold up 170 here to keep moving up, but it may have a little pullback. Let's see if this is going to be. I'm just going to put a stop loss at 159, I think. Let's see if this. We've been seeing these trend reversals work pretty well. Okay, I can't. It's not going to let me do it with limit order, so I'm going to have to market order out of this. If it drops below, starts dropping below 160. Got 40 seconds for this 5-minute candle to close. Let's see it close above the downtrend. Buyers coming in there at 166, a little bit. And they're getting taken out. Starting to have some selling pressure now. I'm probably going to have to get out of this. Depending on where this candle closes. Yeah, this is starting to look real sketchy. Yeah, okay, I'm getting out. So that big upper shadow and all that, it couldn't break the trend. That's why you gotta wait for confirmation. I should have waited. See it now. See now this 5-minute candle's opening right up below the trend, the downtrend. I was wanting to open above the downtrend, but that last few seconds of this candle it pushed down. Selling pressure came in, so that's not gonna do anything. At least not right this second. If it doesn't drop down too lower, it could start slowly climbing up. But at this point, I was looking for it to push and continue. Like we've seen on several trend reversals, it just didn't work on this one. Yeah, VXRT. It's up so high, you know, it's like, it's way up here on the chart. So to me, it's too high for me to try to trade, because at any time it could start selling off. I mean, it does have buying momentum up, but the higher it gets, the much more risk is going to be involved with trading. You can see right there, it just dropped from 1430 down to 1242. So that's what I'm not trying to do. Oh, you can see CXTR here coming back up a little bit more. It's trying to get above this downtrend. Still needs to get over this 170 area though, and hold that 170 area. See, that's not doing anything. That's not really doing anything either. CLSK possibly could. But it's got to break over that resistance that's ahead. How's EKSO doing? EKSO is trying to bounce off the trend line still holding it, but KTOV still coming, still slowly climbing, but it's still in the downtrend, so it's got to break over that area. Kios, oh, it did get halted. I didn't realize that. You're right. Good eye. I didn't realize it was halted. I didn't look at the time and sales were level 2. I was just looking to see where it was at. Got halted. It was about $1 move, a little over $1 move there on that one candle. out at 8:39, so it'll be unhalted in about 2 more minutes. Yeah, see, look at this. This is that's exactly what I was saying about VXRT. Why I didn't even pay any attention to this. Just when they get so high up. I mean, the stock was way down here for a whole entire year. You know, actually, it's a 25 cents 6 months ago, and now it's all the way up at 14. That's too big of a move for me. I mean, it could keep moving, but these type of sell-offs are going to be pretty prevalent the higher this is. And OPTT is selling off hard. And take that off. If this 5-minute candle, well, it doesn't look like it's going to do it, but it's got 30 seconds to close. So if this 5-minute candle could push above the body of this red candle, that would be some good momentum up. It needs to go about 4 more cents. Okay, EKSO is unhalted. Had a little indecision candle there at 5-minute. Where it was halted at. Now it's starting to push above that. Got some resistance around 1075, right where that candle touched. So you'd have to see that break. I got the wrong drawing tool here. Bam, there we go. Okay, there you go. CXRT building higher lows. It's trying to make this U shape. Still got to get over that 170 area though. That's the only problem. Once it gets over that, then it's got the high of day at 186. It is at the top of the chart. But if it can break over the high of day, it may be able to run a 2 or 220 or something. But that's if it can break above 170. These green candles are kind of getting smaller on the way up. You really need to see a little bit bigger green candles. Selling pressure is trying to hold us down. You can see right there too, the volume, buying volume is going down as well. So I don't know if this is going to break out or not. It's got the pattern for it, but we need to see more buying volume coming in. See, that candle's getting a little bigger. That looks a little bit better. See, you can see a big seller sitting at 170. And they're slowly getting taken out. And they're taken out. So now this is starting to move up. 175 might be a little resistance too. Let's see. There's some sellers there. Go right through them. So now now you're getting a little push up on this guy. It's a good, nice green, good strong green candle here. Still got a minute and a half for this candle to close. And that's what I was looking for on this, was this start to push up, and I just mistimed it right here when I got in right here. Let's see, it's going to try to push. Let's see if it pushes through high a day. Hit 185. Hasn't hit 186 yet, though. So a little pullback. You want to see 170 hold, but this candle, I'd like to see it close over 180. That was a quick change in the level 2 there for a second. Let's see if it's going to start. See if it tries to get back over 180 here. At this point, it needs to try to hold 175. That's where it's trying to find new support at. And it couldn't. A little pullback. As long as it can still build a higher low, it still has a chance to try to break the high of day. But that would have been the first profit target right there, is at 186. Preferably you want 165 to try. You want 165 to hold, but it's cracking right at this second. There it goes. Yeah, see, buyers are starting to come in at 165. That's right across the top of these two bodies of these candles right here. How's EKSO doing? EKSO still kind of in a triangle, really. Still got a ways to go before it gets to that triangle tip. And you got indecision down here on support, and now a green candle holding up on the 1 minute. And buyers are starting to come into this again, so this will probably push over the high a day and make a new high at this point. Probably, I don't know for sure. But the way it's looking right at this second, looks like a good but decent probability of that happening. Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of sellers at 180 now. Let's see it take out 180. See it hit 180 again. Let's see if they start getting taken out. Yep. Oh, nope. See, a minute and a half on this candle to close. Said you wanted to close above 165. If it does start selling off again. Looks like it's trying to start building support at 175. As you can see, buyers started coming in at 176. Yep, see it keeps, yep, 175 starting to build support. And 180 almost broke down. It still hasn't broke down yet. There's a lot of sellers still sitting there. Okay, 175 could not hold that support. This candle's fixing to close. Like I said, you want to see it close over 165. That way you got higher lows. Now you want to see this candle push above this 176 area. There you go. There you go. Now it's starting to push up a little bit. See if this 185 gets taken out. Looks like they're getting taken out. Buyers are coming into this. It's about to make a new high a day. Very nice. Very nice. Did anybody get a hold of this? Did anybody get in this? Some buyers just came in at 187. Nice, Dom. Good job. Got in there at 170. Nice job, sir. And it is Friday, so I wouldn't be opposed to taking, 20, 25 cents of profit on a Friday and calling it a day, but that's up to you. But we are building higher lows, so that is a good thing. You see there, you got your higher lows forming. Higher lows, higher highs. It's making them, trying to make them move up. But that's, I lost on this pretty much because of a bad entry. I got in at the top of this candle. I should have waited for this candle to close, and then I could have waited a second and got a lot better entry when this candle here started pushing up. But that's the thing, you got to be patient. You got to be patient and wait for your opportunity. I was looking for the downtrend, trend reversal, and it did reverse the downtrend. I just didn't wait for that candle to close, and that's all it was. Could have got a lot better entry. You talking about getting back in it, Dom? Did you already lock in profit on that? See what it hit, 195. So the question would be whether or not $2 can break. It's holding up pretty decently so far. Still, let's see, a minute and 15 seconds on this candle to close. And buyers are coming back in here. They just pushed it through all that resistance that was at 190. Let's see if it goes for another high a day or not. Might have to have a little bit of a pullback before it pushes through for the high a day, but maybe not. If 190 starts building that support, it's probably break through here shortly. You can see 195 breaking down, so it's about to move some more. There you go. To 197 so far. This is going to be a strong close on this candle. Unless it sells off before then. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know, you still possibly could get that pullback, but that was kind of an extra little push there it had. See, okay. See, this candle you could possibly get the pullback. Let's see if there's any, if we have any resistance or anything on the max chart. Oh, we do. Okay. So yeah, $2 is going to be pretty tough. As you can see, the tops of a lot of these candles, 206 actually. Well, I don't know. It's going to be $2 to 206 is going to be some resistance. Once it gets over 206, or if it can get over 206, then it's actually got room up to about 240. I don't think it'll pull back that far because you got the pre-market high at 180 at 186. If it's gonna keep pushing up, then that pre-market high should hold up as support. If it breaks down lower than that, it could just sell off. You see the support's trying to come in right there at that pre-market high. It is a little sketchy though, because if you try to get in right here at this support line, well, I mean, you could see maybe a little support at 175, so you could have a little 5-cent stop loss. But 186 doesn't hold up. You can see it's still trying to hold up, but the sellers are starting to test it. It might crack here. Let's see. Yeah, so that 186 cracked. 175 will be your next support. 180 cracked. Yeah, 177 probably. Yeah, that would have been a decent entry. It is Friday, so that's the only thing that concerns me is how far this can actually run. But it may be able to get back to that 205 area. We'll see. It is trying to push up. Good, nice, strong close there. If it can get it. See, a minute and a half. What's everything else done? See, EKSO cracking the trend line so far. Nothing there. What does VXRT do? VXRT trying to hold up. Could have got a little bounce play there for $1 at 11. 11 up to 12. The 1 minute is a little concerning. It's getting a little sketchy because the 1 minute looks like kind of like that bent fishing rod. So it needs to, this candle needs to close a little bit higher. It's got 30 seconds to do it. So I'm going to take out 180. Buyers came back in there. Yeah, see right now it's real sketchy. It could go either way. It needs to get back over 187. It needs to pop above this red candle if it's going to keep moving up. It looks like it's going to try right here. Well, there's some sellers at 188. There it goes. Oh, nope. It tried. It touched. It's got some selling pressure at 188. 188 is currently holding this price down. Yeah, it's getting a little sketchy. Let's see, EKSL, let's see what's going on. EKSL is still selling off. I mean, there's no reason to touch this at all right now. It is trying to find some support, it looks like, right here at 875, right across the backs of these candles. But if that doesn't hold, it's probably going to crack pretty hard. If that does hold, then possibly that could turn into a play. Volume dropped off. Yeah. Well, it's Friday. Fridays can be pretty quiet sometimes. And the SPYs looks like it's kind of having a sell-off day today. And I've seen several things of states that were reopening, like Texas, that are pausing their reopenings. So if we start going back down in the lockdowns again, then the market could have another dip. Could have another pretty nice sized dip possibly. Yeah, this is having some issues. The fact it still hasn't got over 188 yet is really concerning. So I think that may have been all it had, just up to 197. Still, it was not a bad play for CTRM. What's up with CTRM? Let's check it out. Let's see, what do we got? Got some resistance at 50 cents. It has had some volume, but it hasn't had very much buy-in volume. And it's got resistance at 50 cents. I don't particularly. Oh, wait a second. Hold on now. This is looking a little barcodey on the 5 minutes, so that means on the 1 minute it's probably barcodey. A little bit barcodey. I don't know if I don't want to mess with that or not. Morning, Russ. What's up, buddy? See, CTXR, yep, selling off there. So it had a nice move to 197, and that was it. Let's see, how's VXRT doing? VXRT still looking a little sketchy. Yeah, that resist. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. If it could break over that 50 cents, yeah, it could be a decent play. I don't know if it'll be able to do that today though. I also dislike that it's so barcodey. Let's see this on the daily chart here. Maybe next week it could break over 50 cents, but I just don't see it happening today. Or at least not this morning. Maybe possibly later in the day it could come up closer to 50. I just don't see it right now. Let's see, CTRX. Trying to hold 175 support. What's PHUN doing? Nothing, going sideways. SRNE selling off. Made 34 cents on HTZ, on Hertz. Well, CTXR is trying to make another little U shape possibly. It may not be done if it holds up 175 and starts curling back around. KTOV tried to break the downtrend, and it's curling back up to try to test the downtrend again. Be a possibility. KSO is holding up at the 875 area. It's holding it up with everything it's got, but I don't know. It's in a downtrend at this point. VB. No, do that later. Don't do that now. VBIV. Let's check it out. Got no PR, but it does have some good volume, and it is building, well, it's building higher lows, but not higher highs yet. But it looks like if it could probably hold up at 331 area, if it can hold it, if this candle closes above that, and then you can see another green candle push above that red candle, you probably could see it up to 350 again. See, where's that at? 330. Okay, so that's why that support. That's why it held up at 330 area, because there was that old resistance back there. So if 330 can hold up, then I would say it'll keep moving up. SHLL. You've been in it 2 weeks. Well, if you've been in it 2 weeks, you're doing pretty good. um, this is one of the. Is this one of the electric? Okay, all right. Yeah, so these stocks are just hot right now. All these electric vehicle stocks. I mean, if you've been in it 2 weeks, you should be up quite a bit in profit. So, it looks fine. It looks like it's moving up. If it can break over $20, I think you're good to go. You see, our resistance is right there at 20. So 20 is pretty strong resistance, but it looks like today it's trying to build up to try to break 20. And then 21 will be a little bit of resistance probably, but I mean, it looks fine to me. I don't see any problems with it. Made these runs up, and then had a nice healthy sell off, and then it's coming back up again. And I would be careful, but I don't know exactly what your entry is, but it looks fine for now. Gap. Ooh, okay. I don't know if I would want to invest in a company just because they're doing a deal with celebrity. What's Gap's ticker symbol? I don't even know what Gap's ticker symbol is. Is it Gap? Is that what it is? Why is it not showing up? Thinkorswim going crazy? Yeah, Thinkorswim's going crazy a little bit. Okay. But I just don't. It's kind of like the GNUS thing. Like, cartoons. People went crazy about it being a popular cartoon or whatever, but it's not really a good reason to invest in something. Like Kanye, he's a huge celebrity or whatever, but still the fact is, like, what is that really going to do for the company? Is it really going to help? It's GPS? Okay. Is it really going to help in the long run? And me personally, here's my personal investing theory or whatever you want to call it. I don't particularly like investing in any clothing or anything like that because clothing is so trendy. It switches. Clothing stores can be popular for a couple of months, then they can go out of business or they can start losing sales. Like, it's just not something that to me is worth investing in. Like, whether or not they do a deal with Kanye West is really not going to impact the future of anything. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe he did help Adidas brand, and that's cool. I mean, it's just, to me, what was the upside? There's just not that much upside. It's not equivalent. It's not equivalent to, say, Elon Musk sending SpaceX ships up to the moon. The type of impact we're talking about is very small. It's not the same as CRISPR Therapeutics using gene editing to cure certain diseases, like we're talking about clothes and a celebrity. So to me, it's just not worth investing in. I mean, if you're looking at it as a swing trade, I mean, maybe, but just as far as investment, it just doesn't. The impact to me just doesn't seem like, you know. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying that these clothing brand store companies can't go up. You could make money on them, sure. But just me personally, I just don't. They're not going to have that big of an impact on the world. They're not going to change really anything, you know. So, and they trend in and out, and it's just not worth it to me. But if you like it, hey, that's up to you. I'm just telling you my personal theory. I'm much more of a tech investor. If I'm going to put my money in something long term, I'm going to put it into certain types of tech that can actually have helpful impacts on, you know, the environment, the economies, the way we do things that are going to be very, very important to human life. And I just can't put my money in clothing brand companies. Just to be honest. Well, so if you're day trading options, you know, that's fine. That's what I said. There's plenty of money on it. Just me personally, I'm not gonna. I couldn't. I'm gonna do it. Like, I'll day trade a clothing brand, but if a clothing brand came out with something good, you know, with a press release and they had plenty of volume and I had the ability to get in there to find a good entry, sure, I could make a quick profit on it day trading, but well, pot stocks, yeah, I also do like to invest in some pot stocks, but that's because there's the ceiling for pot stocks is very, very high because it's such a new industry. The clothing brand industry is not a new industry, so that's the difference there. You know, but there is a higher level of risk when it comes to pot stocks because as long as it's federally illegal, every pot company is at a disadvantage because they can't use banks and they can't, you know, get investor funds the way that most other businesses can. They're kind of handicapped right now. So, but with high reward is also high risk. So you got to keep that in mind. Yeah. Y'all not gonna let me live this double T-shirt thing down, are you? We're just gonna keep that going. The VBIV so far has held at 330. Play. I mean, I'd have to look into it. You know, and just I do like tech, but just because it's Dave and Buster's. That's right. With all the coronavirus stuff happening and it's starting to heat back up again, I'd be very careful with Dave and Buster's because if everything goes back in lockdown, what is Dave and Buster's going to do to make money? You know, that's the question you got to ask yourself, like right now, about some of these investments. David and Buster's is clearly not pandemic proof, as you can see from this drop from $46 down to $4.61. So, it'd be one I wouldn't want to touch until, you know, there's going to be some guarantees that we're opening the economy back up. Long term, I don't know. See, that's the thing. That's the questions you got to ask. Like, how's life going to change for everybody after this? You know, is it going to stay? Is everybody going to still want to go out? Because I've been seeing a lot of places reopening, but I'm not seeing that many people out at the restaurants eating. The restaurants are open around where I live, but people are still too scared to go out and go into public and eat. So I don't know if Dave and Buster's. I mean, how is the world going to be completely changed or not? Like that's a question you got to ask yourself. Are we going to go back to normal? Dave and Buster's was fine when everything was normal, but there's a lot of uncertainty. So to me, it's pretty risky. at this moment. If you like think of it like this, what stocks ran during the lockdown? Amazon, grocery stores, delivery service apps. You know, a lot of those got some moves, but Dave and Buster's just dropped. So I know, but what's the inherent risk though? You gotta weigh the potential with the risk. Is David and Buster's gonna go back up to a $50 company? Is in 10 years are they gonna be $150 company? Or are they gonna go bankrupt in another 6 months because uh, everything's locked down again? Like if I'm putting my money in stuff long term, I want to be sure that it's gonna have very low risk. Besides the pot stocks, which I wouldn't invest a ton of money in pot stocks right now. But, you know, you gotta ask yourself these questions. I also don't know. I can't just look at a chart of a stock of Dave and Buster's or any of these you guys are asking me about and tell you if it's a good long term investment or not. I don't know their numbers. Like you have to look at revenue. You have to look at what their earnings have been doing. Have their earnings have been going up? And operating expenses. Do they have free cash flow? Like all that you got to incorporate. So I'm just giving you my opinion on the general sector that the stocks are in and what I think about that. So just giving you my thoughts. You have to make your own decisions on that. CXTR dipped off pretty hard. Car. I don't know what car is. I'll look at it, but let's see what. I don't know what it is. Oh. This is another one. You know, this is another one that I'm not. I wouldn't. I don't know. It's a rental car company, so let's see what their growth has been. Yeah, this isn't even a good buy before coronavirus. To be honest, this has been on a downtrend. Whoa, what just happened there? Okay, there we go. Cool. What's going on with this? Yeah, what happened? What happened here? What was this giant dip that happened? And they also don't pay a dividend. I wouldn't. It's not one to mess with. See, how's VBIV doing? Yes, I do like REITs, but I specifically there's certain specific REITs that I like. Like I said, Amazon we saw was pandemic proof. So those certain REITs that Amazon is tenants of, I like those REITs. They're probably pandemic proof. They're going to take a dip, of course, because if things are locked down. You know, it's going to be issues with companies paying their rent, but I don't think Amazon's ever going to have an issue paying their rent on their warehouses. So, and I don't like every single REIT either. Like I don't say just go buy REITs, but REITs can be very good. And the mortgage backed REITs, when the government said they were going to start buying all the mortgages, well, if the government's going to pay a higher price for them, then you don't really have anything to worry about for those type of REITs. VBIV is actually looking pretty decent here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I am a little more balanced than just tech, but I do favor tech over everything else. But that's just because me personally, I like technology. I get excited for new technology. It's a hobby to me. I like the VR stuff. I like all that stuff. So I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have their own different investing, preferences. I'm not investing in oil because I think it's eventually gonna be, in the long term, it's gonna be weeded out. Electric cars or some other type of energy is gonna be discovered, and that'll be the end of oil. So. You got a triangle going here on VBIV. That's cool. I mean, if American Airlines and those plane stocks, the government's already showed that they'll bail out the plane companies. So if the government is going to start getting involved and they're going to hold companies up, then what are you going to do? They're going to they're not going to go bankrupt if the government's not going to let them go bankrupt. So I don't as long as the government's doing that, airline stocks are probably not too bad. They are garbage stocks, but that's what I'm saying. Not bad, not bad, Donna. You got your win back. AKSO went on a nice run, but guys, I only got like 5 or 10 minutes left. So if you guys have any more questions, go ahead and get those in. Nice, nice. I'm putting a video out today. It's coming out for sure. I was trying to put it out 2 days ago, but I haven't put it out because it's a lot of editing. But it's gonna be out for sure, probably an hour after this stream. So, yeah, sorry, Steven. It's Friday, and it's kind of a quiet Friday. I mean, you do have a couple of things that's moving. VXRT's trying to start slowly coming back up. But I just got a lot to do today, so I don't have a bunch of time. Volume profile, I'll still have to look into that. I haven't looked into it to put it on there. Yeah, don't feel bad. I mean, don't worry about it, Steven. Like I said, it's Friday. There's no reason. There's no reason. Excuse me. Throat's getting dry. There's no reason to force a trade on a Friday. Fridays are always sketchy. Volume can die off very quickly because traders can call it a day and go wherever they go for the weekend. But if you're looking for a trade, I would be looking at VBIV right now in this triangle. I'm not saying to buy this right this second. I'm just saying if you're looking for something, there is some potential here. It is building higher lows. It needs to break this 350, but the top of the triangle is at 340. Let's see, EKSO bouncing back up. So this is another one you could possibly watch. It's in a channel. Extend 11. See, this is the bottom of the channel. This is the top of the channel. So you know how channel breakouts work. You hit the top of the channel 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times. So this would be the 6th time if it can hit. If it doesn't break this time, probably less chance it's going to break. But you're watching IBIO. IBIO get added to some yeah, that's what it got. To join the Russell Index. I knew it joined some indexes. Let me take this here. Take a look at IBIO. Get out of here. There we go. Let's see. So you're still in a downtrend on IBIO. It is getting close to the downtrend, but gotta break the downtrend there. Okay. Oops. Let's see how LSK doing. Oh, VBIV getting close to that triangle breakout here. Yeah, no problem, Donna. That's what I'm here for. Try to help. So I'm gonna give the stream like 2 more minutes. I want to see if this is gonna break out of this triangle here. One Life, are you on this triangle right now? You're the triangle master. I know you got to be on this. So there's definitely a little bit of buying in here. 20,000 shares, buyer at 338. Ooh, some big sellers at 339 though. VBIV. That's what I'm talking about, One Life. I got stuff to do, Daniel B. He's a drummer, not a triangle player. Okay. Thought he was saying yesterday he was the triangle master. What do you mean, what staff? I don't know what you mean by that, Mr. B. Oh, what stuff? Is that what you were trying to say? Okay, CBLI. Let's see what's up with CBLI. Got some volume. We do not have a press release. It is pushing up. It is getting a little buying up. The 239 area, right where this hit, is really strong resistance. And that's why this selling pressure pushed this down so hard, because this area is very strong resistance. That's why this is long wick. It came up and a selling pressure just pushed it straight down. So that would I'd be pretty wary of this right here. Yeah, you usually want a catalyst. There's not. Sometimes you can get away without having like an actual catalyst of a press release because sometimes the catalyst is not always PR. Sometimes it's a chart pattern on the daily chart. Like this is not really a chart pattern, but I'm just saying sometimes you can see like a U shape on the daily chart or something like that. Or it's maybe the company was tweeting something. You know, catalysts can be a lot of different things, but I don't know of any catalysts on that stock. But the main concern was that resistance was very, very strong in that area. So the odds of it breaking that resistance are probably pretty low. So I don't think there's enough room really to try to make a decent amount of profit in that stock. One life in a charlatan strategy. I don't know if I would say EKSO is making a run yet. It's got to break over that 1070 area before it can really start running. It's made a nice bounce, but it's still in the channel. This is a channel play. That's what I was saying earlier. You're in this channel right here. So until it breaks over this, that $11 area, which it looks like it's going to try to here in a second. But VIB is what I want to see. We're getting closer and closer to the tip of this triangle. You too, Donna. You have a great weekend. See if buyers are going to start coming in here. We've had little bits of buying volume coming in on these three candles, so we want to see a bunch of buying volume start coming in to break this triangle. We're not seeing it quite yet, which is a little concerning. Oh, now buyers are starting to come in here a little bit. Nope. At 340, there it goes. I was going to say, 340 was holding up as a lot of resistance. What's the float on this stock? This is a pretty big float, so I don't think this will rip extremely hard, but it is starting to break out of the triangle now. The other thing, though, that 350 is going to be some resistance as well. So, maybe the triangle's more like this, actually. Yeah, let me look back on this max chart. I'd say 350 is probably the top of the triangle. So, alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Yeah, you too, Russ. Have a good one. We should be back Monday. So, you guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Be on the lookout for that new video, especially you new traders. It'll be out here shortly. All the things you need to know before clicking that buy button. And yeah, you too, Mark. We'll see everybody Monday. Until next time.